Testing. I wonder if I can Google while playing the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna Google now. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here and procrastinating on homework that I need to finish for Penn Foster, trying to become a veterinary assistant, or at least get my AVA designation. I worked on a little bit of exercising. I did some stair climbs. I did some lifts with the barbell. I had some more Slim Fast, and yeah, that's basically it. I need to be working on my essay for Penn Foster because it's overdue. And so what I'm doing is I'm basically writing up questions about certain skills that you should know, certain information you should know to be a veterinary assistant, and the questions that I've gotten done basically explains like the roles of a veterinarian all the way down to a kennel assistant. So what are the different roles and how does that work within the veterinary hospital? I explained all that. And then another question was about that I haven't done yet, mostly I don't know, no reason, but another question was what are 3 types of vaccinations or vaccines or vaccine immunity, and like I found there was like live modified live vaccine, and another one that I will look up real quick. Vet assistant. Yeah, I'm basically just spending time trying to get used to the camera. I know I'm boring as dry dust, but you know, you gotta start somewhere, and you know, I think everybody has like some sort of profile nowadays, and it's like you're behind the ball if you don't have a profile on some sort of social media. And but you know, I learned in school that like if you put anything on the internet, it's there forever, and so it's always, you have to be careful on what you post. And my subscription has expired, of course, for Word. That's one thing that I don't understand is like, why do you have to pay for Word now? Like, why can't that be like a automatic given? Everybody needs Word at some point. Everybody needs some sort of Office app, but now you have to pay for it. So the 3 types of vaccine immunities, I think this is what the question is asking. I've got the live attenuated vaccine, killed vaccine, and recombinant vaccine. That's part of the reason why I haven't answered that question, is that I need to do more reading on it. As far as like, it says vaccines used in animals are based on the principles of immunity. What are 3 types of vaccine immunities that are used in veterinary patients? So I found the 3 types. I just need to explain what they are in a paragraph form. Yeah, and then my last question that I have to answer is, what does OSHA stand for? It's pretty basic question. Occupational Safety and Health Administration. OSHA is basically, it sets standards for employees, or it sets standards for the workplace so that employees are safe and that the workplace is healthy for those working there. You can probably hear the pigs grunting in the background. My three minions are running around too. My dogs, Tickles, Bubbles, and Ace. Those are my 3 toy Aussies. I know I'll post more videos of them. But they're basically my my family. And then my other question on things that I have to do is material data safety sheets. So I looked through Penn Foster, and forgive me for not memorizing every lesson, but I could not find the lesson that included the description of material data safety sheets, so that's what I kind of got slowed down on. But yeah, a little bit about the pigs is that got them in July, and so they are July, August, September, October, November, December. So they're about 5 months old, and they'll go to the butcher. They'll go to the butcher into February. The date's already scheduled, and hopefully they're over 200. The last time I had pigs, I've only done pigs twice. I really got into pigs because they're just interesting. They're different from what I'm normally used to. We raise cattle, and so pigs are just different to me. Like, I was always told that pigs are smelly and that they stink, and that was the biggest reason why we didn't get pigs. But after watching a little bit of Joel Salatin and his program, and people who follow Joe Salatin, like Farm Builder on YouTube, learning a little more about pastured pigs and the benefits that they bring, I really got interested, and I wanted to try it for myself because I was just intrigued. And I did have a little bit of experience on an internship in Oklahoma where I worked with large black pigs, and that was interesting because I really learned more about pastured pigs from that than anything, and learned that they weren't smelly, that they did a lot for the soil and did a lot for the land in as far as improving it if you manage them properly. So that's kind of where I got started with pigs. And the last time I did pigs, I thought I wanted to breed them, but turned out that I really enjoyed just the short kind of stint of raising pigs for meat, because you get to enjoy their pigness, and you also get to enjoy the bacon. And then that short window, that 6-7 months window that you have the pigs, that's you don't have to have it like year round, day in, day out. And I mean, raising animals is day in, day out, but as far as like breeding pigs, there's a lot more that goes into it. So yeah, let's see if I can get a shot of the pigs. They're right there. They're chilling over there. Yeah, I set up the trailer as their house because I saw a video on YouTube of this lady, she taught her pigs to go into the trailer to feed, and she'd set up a trough in there. I don't have a trough, but we put the trailer in there for the pigs so that they could kind of get used to it, so that they're not stressed on the day going to the slaughter. So it's like it's their home basically, because with the cooler nights here in Texas, they go in the trailer, and I've set up hay and shavings in there for them, so they have their own little kind of house above ground, house above the where they're raised up off the ground, and so they can stay warmer, and they really enjoy it. Like, I can tell when it's not cold enough yet, because they will either sleep under the trailer, or they will go right into it. And so Beans over there she's eating right now, and the one laying down is pork. And so these will be loaded into the trailer, and then I can just take them to the slaughterhouse. So right now I'm sitting with my dogs. It's a pretty night, pretty cool. There's Bubbles is right there, and Tickles is right there also, and I'm still getting the hang of this camera. And then there's little Ace. Let's see if I can get a picture of him. Watch him come right up to it. There's little Ace, you can tell. Anyway, still getting used to this. It's been easier with my phone, and Bubbles is gonna give me a kiss, and Tickles is gonna give me a kiss. But, so, just hanging out here in the wilderness, feels like sometimes. Enjoying my self-talk. Maybe someday I'll get the hang of this. So anyway, back to homework. I have to find I can give you a guess on the material data safety sheets. It's basically where you can find how to what to do in certain situations to be safe. Kind of emergency protocol is my best guess. I'm sure I'll be corrected when I start looking more into it. But yeah, I decided to do Penn Foster because I've always liked the idea of getting something, like getting a diploma as far as like veterinary assistant or veterinary technician, something easy that I could complete. Turns out it's a little more complicated, a little more involved, because it's just the way things go. More complicated. What was more complicated than I bargained for is the fact that I have to go search for veterinary clinics, and I have to kind of get out of my comfort zone and find somebody to mentor me, at least for 8 weeks, for 100 hours in 8 weeks, so that I can graduate Penn Foster. and then there's a whole nother thing of taking the exam and kind of getting that done. Online coursework is pretty easy and simple. They make it really straightforward, and so it's easy to kind of get it done. It's just a matter of doing the legwork that I'm kind of dragging my feet on, which gives my mom a lot of stress, because anyway, not enough don't have time to be dragging my feet, basically. So my ideas as far as trying to get veterinary clinics to help teach me is to reach out to all of the local vets in my area and see what they say. If they tell me no, then the only thing I can do is just keep trying. I'm not afraid of getting a no. It's easier if I send like an email saying like, hey, can you give me a chance so I can become a veterinary assistant. And if they say no, then that's an email that I can go in the trash and stuff. What's difficult for me is kind of going door to door. Once I get going, then I'm fine. Once I get going and I'm ready to go, I'm fine. It's just getting that go, getting the go juice and getting my nerve and courage up, ready for anything. And kind of what I do is I try to prepare like what I'm gonna say, because sometimes I get in my head and I make myself overly nervous, overly anxious, mostly because I just get in my head.